Welcome into DC On Screen 314. Today we're going to be getting super spoilery on Supergirl 2x11, the Martian Chronicles. Mm-hmm. I'm your host, David C. Robertson. This, my co-host, Jason Goss.
Hello.
To recap, Kara still isn't okay with Winn, James, or Mon-El, and this week she adds Alex to the list of grudges because Alex asks if she can skip Kara's Earth birthday to spend time with Maggie. But there are bigger problems to deal with since the White Martians have arrived. McGann's ex has arrived and wants to take her back to Mars for trial and execution, but Hank won't have it. He convinces her to retreat to the DEO headquarters with him so he can protect her, but Hubbie has arrived and taken the form of one of the crew. It turns out that Winn is the Martian counterfeit, but wait for it, there are two Martians, and Alex is the other one. After the team recovers the real Winn and Alex, they try to disarm the Martian backup plan, which is to just blow the whole damn building up. Supergirl, Hank, and McGann, lay into the White Martians while a very groggy Winn disarms the bomb. After all of this, McGann decides to head back to Mars to seek out other dissenters like herself, but she can't be the only decent Martian left on the planet. Because she can't be the only one left on the planet, Hank reluctantly says goodbye. And after a week of thinking about it and a pep talk from Alex, Kara decides to talk to Mon-El about how they feel. But she finds him on the way to lunch with Miss Tessmacher and backs the hell out because we knew that was going to happen. Mm-hmm. This episode of Supergirl really annoyed me. And I'm usually pretty positive on Supergirl.
Yeah, we're at this point almost unrelentingly positive on Supergirl. But this was just very tropey, and it's... it sounds like a bad way to describe my angst here. All TV is tropey. That's what we do here. It's why it's called tropes. But these are just ones that I don't like too much. And they were piled on top of each other.
Well, I feel like their first mistake is, and it's been the last couple episodes, is they've just made Kara this incredibly, spoiled little petulant piece of shit.
Yeah, I just don't feel like she's being very Supergirl-y anymore. And they really, it's like they wrote in this weird personality shift for her just to get through a couple episodes. And I'm not, she's not growing, she's shrinking. Our title character, all right, last year when they did this, it was because she went too far and rode kryptonite, right? And her personality was downgraded for a minute, and she had to earn back the city's trust. But that was a neat arc that we went through, and it was kind of like there was something to gain from it. I don't know what we're gaining from this. She knew about being, humble and understanding and trusting her friends, and I don't know what life lesson she's about to learn.
I think the problem that the writers might be facing, and I'm not in the room, I don't know, but I would guess
we're all here
on this show. I would guess that the problem they're facing is the same problem that the Star Trek writers of the 90s faced. Everyone on this show gets along. There's no inner conflict. So they're trying to create inner conflict within the group by having James run around as a vigilante, Winn's kind of going behind Kara's back, et cetera, with different things. And now they're just like, oh, now what? Well, for the first time ever, Kara's going to have to understand that Alex has, someone else in her life, as opposed to devoting all of her time to her, and she's going to be jealous. Well, sure, but for someone who is so excited that Alex finally got someone in her life, she sure is being pissy about it.
Yeah, and if she wasn't being pissy, I would actually like the storyline of it more right now, because that's a fun thing for her to play with. Like, hey, my sister's finally not 100% just me and her anymore. Okay, great, that's a fine storyline. But for Supergirl, I felt like it made more sense for her to be putting on a brave face, but quietly a little sad about it, rather than putting on not even quite a brave face. It's like this, oh yeah, totally fine, I'm not hostile at all face, with side notes of petulance. That doesn't work for Kara. But yeah, if it was she was trying to be brave about it and was quietly just kicking rocks at home, oh, it's my friend, I'd feel terrible for her. And when Alex came back in the inevitable scene where she was I told Maggie I needed to be with you tonight, I would feel great about the show.
Yeah.
But we didn't do that, so. Oh, I have 3 different notes on my little pad here, all ending with Jesus.
Okay.
Would you like to hear?
Sure.
It could be any of us.
Yeah.
I just wrote that down and wrote Jesus behind it. There's another note about McGann, shut the fuck up about doing this alone, please. Mm-hmm. She mentioned it 14 times, I swear to God. And then finally it's of course he's suddenly getting lunch with Tess. Yeah, of course he is. Yeah, because obviously, Jesus.
Yeah, all fair. I saw this. I got to watch all the shows this week with Bethany, my girlfriend, and
so rare. I'm happy for y'all.
Yeah, and I don't know. We were actually making jokes about this episode. We were just like, we were actually beside ourselves a little bit with how bad this one was, because we were just like, okay, well, which trope do you think it's going to be? You know, I was like, is it going to be which one do we shoot? And it wasn't which one do we shoot? And it's the one. Okay, yeah, it's which one of us is it?
Yeah.
By the way, which was done way better in an episode of The Twilight Zone.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the. I did like the entrance to the cave and the underground rebellion thing. Like that's a cool idea. They developed just enough immunity that they can like prove who they are. That was a neat concept. There was a couple there were neat ideas buried within this very unfortunately predictable episode.
Yeah,
which for sure will be better next week because Supergirl's at this point a good show that just has a bad moment here. Just kind of having a weak spot.
All right, did you find it weird?
Probably. That
Alex and Maggie were both wearing bare naked lady shirts. Like they were about to go to the show. She goes to talk to Kara. So she suits up.
With gun and everything.
Yeah. Goes to the DEO. And then is like, I gotta go back to the thing. Like, were you supposed to be at work? Like, why would you be wearing the bare naked lady shirts and
I
suit up?
I even had side thoughts about that where I was like, well, maybe it's like at the DEO you can't, she's a leader there. She can't be seen in like a t-shirt. That'd be unprofessional. So I get maybe it's just a thing. You just have to be in full dress code when you go to the DEO. I had all that. Yeah, I thought about all that because yes, it was freaking weird.
Oh, and Bethany pointed out that it was a little too on the nose that they made the two lesbians like the bare naked ladies.
I thought so too. I mean, it was worth a chuckle. It was worth a chuckle, but
I was just thinking like, they are a good band. I'm just gonna let it go. And then she said it, and I was like, damn it, all right.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, last week they had "I was born ready" as a line in fiction that should be cut out and never used again. This week, mind if I cut in?
I'll take
Please.
that. I'll take that. I'll put that on the pile of things to never say again. I'm happy with that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, by the way, the White Martian finally got it for me. If you hurt her, you'll what? Whine at me?
That was great. In fact, I was really pleased with everything. It's so exhausting pretending to care about your silly little feelings.
Yeah.
Says the White Martian, speaking for the audience.
Yes. Yeah.
It's like at the last act of this thing, they were like they got a clue as to what they were writing and went, we need to hang some lanterns.
Yeah. No, about a third of the way through my notes, there's I just wrote down like, not all of Winn's charms can help this. He was trying his best. And he did get me a laugh out loud moment when he walks into the room later in the middle of the battle and just goes, "Monsters are real."
Yes.
That one was a laugh out loud.
Yeah.
I liked McGonn's going to go start a revolution. That's cool. I mean,
yeah, but what was a groan out loud was that he called her Miss Martian when he kissed her forehead. That was weird. Like, did they ever?
No, that was unprecedented. There's nothing leading up to it. It's just a thing that was there.
Aside from when they found her in Roulette's like alien fight club, I don't think we've ever called her Miss Martian.
No.
On this show.
There was no story behind him calling her Miss Martian right then. There was nothing to back that up. Yeah, I don't know. Some neat stuff buried in there, like the test to see who's real. That's good. I didn't know White Martian telepathy was like powerful enough to go both ways. That's kind of cool.
I didn't either, but they needed Alex to remember that talk.
Yeah. Early on, Hank with I spent many lifetimes running. Oh, okay, cool. I still want to see his previous incarnation as a private detective at some point. Just asking, show if you can make that happen.
Oh, Bethany had a comment here when the lights went out and the Martian was gone, and they go, "He's gone." She said, "He's not just gone; he's McGone."
Oh God.
Yes.
Oh God.
Sorry, man. It was funny.
That's no, that's probably like the best piece of writing on the show this week.
Yeah, my girlfriend said it.
Yeah, I know. I know what I'm saying. Congratulate her for winning the week.
Oh, I have a question. Why are the agents acting like they're all scared to put their hand to the flame if they know they're not the White Martian?
That was weird. That one guy, man, he was killing me the entire time.
Yeah, he was bad.
He was just bad. Just bad. Like the guy.
And then when the Martians running away, I'm like, "Yeah, Kara, stay in the air and blast him. Don't go after him. Just float there, blasting with beams."
Yeah.
You could. It's not like you have, I don't know, super flight
speed,
like super speed.
Yeah, she does not use her speed enough on the show, and I'm sure it's because it's expensive. And they need to make the fights feel like they're not just, a series of straw men. But I get that. But there are moments where you're like, no, just chase him down, dude.
Oh, and I love this. I love this, too. The Alex White Martian clearly becomes a White Martian. You see, like, the White Martian mouth and everything. They exchange a few blows, and Kara yells, "You're not my sister!" No kidding, kid.
Can't get anything past
really?
You. All right, now I didn't have much else, but I have 2 questions for you. I just want to see if it was something I missed.
Okay.
For it?
Sure. If I didn't miss it, yeah.
Yeah. We're just gonna see where it lands, and then Scott from Squadcast is inevitably gonna correct us. So I'm gonna get that process started.
Or Brent.
That's true. Yeah.
Or Scott Madison.
Just anyone at Squadcast is welcome to go ahead and fill in the blanks for us. First one is, she says, like, I didn't know my planet was dying when I left. Like, but didn't she? Wasn't there like a tearful scene in the pilot where she's like clearly acknowledging that she'll never see her parents again? And then they use that shot for most of the intro, like every freaking week.
I thought so.
I'm pretty sure she knew she was not. I mean, I'd have to go back and watch the pilot at this point, but that just seemed like it was like out of continuity.
Mm-hmm.
Would you have to agree with me for lack of better evidence?
I kind of feel like this whole episode is non-canon.
Oh, it's in there, buddy. But that one just felt like they got their own show wrong for a second, which
yeah, it does. It did.
I couldn't get an explanation for it. Anyway. Other one, see if you can help me out with this one too. Magon's train of thinking here is like, well, they just come for me again. I mean, yeah, because like she's like one planet away, and they know she's there, and presumably there's more pods they can send him over. But like, don't they want John dead just as much, almost as much as they want Magon dead? So like, why shouldn't he be running with her?
Yeah.
Or like, they should stick together and try to team up.
Well, I think they want her more because she's a White Martian. He's just a green. They'll deal with him later.
Yeah, I mean,
just like her husband was like, it'll be fine to get him, but I mean,
Yeah, they're definitely going to kill their Judas before they go after like,
yeah,
the greenies or whatever the hell they were calling them. I don't know. But
the green.
Yeah, but I understand where she fits on this this murder hierarchy, but it just, aren't they both kind of fucked by her logic? Like, they'll just come after us again.
Yeah.
That one didn't flow for me.
It was stupid to me too, but
I couldn't see why. No, it just didn't make sense. And then earlier in the episode, Hank's like, "No, we're gonna need to stick together," and by now he's like, "Ah, you're right. You should probably get out."
Now, did I miss something? Did Winn, James, and Kara decide to all work together this week?
No. In fact, Winn has a lovely line early on where it's like, "Did you ever think that maybe I have a calling too?" Because she's trying to convince him, like, "No, surely you can see the." No. I didn't get that like they're on board with each other yet. I just got that she's like, it felt like it was one step in the direction of her not being so pissy about this. But she's, I guess from my perspective, she's gone from like, I'm definitely going to stop you to, I'm not going to stop you, but you guys are idiots, to like, I'm just not going to stop you, but I won't talk about it as much.
God, I hope so.
I'm not going to be pissy about it either.
All right. I think that's all I've got for this episode.
It is. I'm a little disappointed, but they'll be back. They'll be back next week. I'm sure it'll be better. Every season's got something in it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if this is the worst we've got this year, I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, I'll be all right.
All right. We are DC On Screen. You can find every episode at dconscreen.com. You can find us on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play. Go subscribe to us or you're going to miss out. Proud members of the Giant Size Team Up Network, giantsizeteamup.com. Proud members of the Batman Podcast Network. Proud dog owners as well. Mm-hmm. Until next time, where we're talking about the Flash 312 Untouchable. Keep some DC on your screen.